That was easy.
We did it finally. Me and you.
I know. It was a smooth transition. It's getting us. See, now we've had enough reps at this. What do you got there? I can't read it backward. It says
little Mike Trout.
Oh, Mike Trout. Okay. Okay. Aced out. I like it. They're good people. Good people. All right, dude. Can we start with something that we have literally watched thousands and thousands, and you have participated in all these games. What was your reaction to the Pirates-Cubs play yesterday, and what would your reaction have been if you were a teammate in Pittsburgh?
Honestly, I was blown away. And I don't want to just, pile on Will Craig, right?
Yes.
I don't want to pile on the guy because it does happen. You have mental lapses from time to time. That's a big one. Look, I've been on the field. I've forgotten how many outs there were, Chris.
Okay.
I was supposed to turn a double play. I got the force out at second, and then I started walking to the dugout. Turns out it was only one out. So I got 2 outs, and that was it. So it does happen from time to time. Mm-hmm. But, man, the entire play was bad. And I think if it happened to, a good team, we'd laugh about it more. But it's the Pirates, so it's we laugh, and then we're like, oh, my God, that is
so Pirates.
Horrible. It's the Pirates, and now everyone – to me, the other thing, it wasn't only the fact that he could have just backpedaled and tagged first base, or they could have just thrown Javi out at first again after the run scored. Doesn't matter. I mean, the run wouldn't have counted, obviously.
Right.
But it was the fact that nobody was at first base. Nobody was telling him to go to first base. And then there was a couple lackluster efforts, with the tags. At second base, there was another one. It was a horrendous sight, and I know Shelty had to blow them up.
Can I tell you this? Everybody goes, oh, the Little League play. That would not have happened in Little League. I spent 15 years coaching and parenting at Little League. You would have had 98 nut jobs in the stands as adults yelling, step on first. Just step on first. So that would not have happened in Little League, okay? Because you would have had all the parents from 8 feet away yelling at their kids, unfortunately, to go do something about it. So it was amazing. It was unreal. At first, I was like, Javi, what an amazing play. Then I went back and I thought about, Will Craig, what the hell are you doing? And I kid you not, I think behind anything that Shohei Ohtani has done this year, it's the most watched piece of video in baseball this season.
It probably is. And when he let go of the ball and threw it to the catcher, I audibly gasped. Because, dude, okay, if you don't want to backpedal and touch first base and you want to tag the guy out, fine. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just tag him. And then he threw the ball to the catcher, Chris, and I was like, It was a tough play, and he's feeling it, man. I do feel bad for him. But look, we talk about baseball. People are going to be talking about this, so you gotta, you're gonna have to deal with it for a while.
You know what? The best way is to accept it, and I don't know. I would make fun of it. Maybe not today. Maybe at some point down the line. Maybe if you see a play in a game where he's got it again and he has to tag somebody, make fun of yourself. If you do that, people will go, okay, I get it. He understands what happened, and now he's okay. He's okay with it. You know what I needed after that? I needed a drink of something. So thanks to my friends at Dugout Mugs, I've got the perfect thing, right? I've got Dugout. You can get anything engraved on this. We want to help you do some early Father's Day shopping. It's just a few Sundays away, so go out, get Pop's nickname or whatever you want to call him engraved on the side of this. You also got the wind up. Here I've got my favorite baseball team. You want to pop open his favorite bottle beverage? We can do that as well. And, of course, my favorite, the knob shot as well. We don't only want you to order it. We want you to save money. So you go to dugoutmugs.com, use the keyword ROSE. The first 500 people that use that keyword get 35% off their offer. Let me repeat that. 35% off. The next 500 get 30%. The next 500 after that get 25%, and so on. So go out, order it up. Early Father's Day gift, dugoutmugs.com, keyword ROSE. Cheers to you. And also, I lift a glass these days to the Chicago Cubs, who took care of business there in Pittsburgh with the help of the Pirates, and also their pitching staff as well, which shine brightly. They have won 8 of 10. They are right on the heels of the Cardinals there in the National League Central. Because of that, have you changed your tune on the Northsiders?
Oh man, Chris, I would love to buy into this team. They're so fun. Like that core group of players is so fun to watch. I just don't think it's going to be the core group of players come trade deadline. I don't think they're going to hang around enough for the front office to be like, hey, let's give it one more run, boys. It just doesn't seem that way. Unless they're going to have to go, 8-2, 8-2, 8-2, and get ahead in the standings, and maybe that'll change the front office's view. I just don't see that happening. But the guys have been good. Bryant's been good. Mize has been good. Contreras has been good. Rizzo's been good. All the guys you'd expect have been good. Pitching staff's been. The starters have been okay. They're okay.
Nobody has an ERA under 4.3. They've been okay. I'll tell you what's been good. Craig Kimbrell is back to being Craig Kimbrell. 15 Ks per 9, and ERA I think under 1. He's been phenomenal. But I think you and I are kind of in the same boat on this one. We both like Milwaukee in that division, right?
I picked the Cardinals to win it.
Oh, you did? Oh, then you and I are in different boats.
Yeah. So you have those two teams, and look, you can't have it all, Chris. You can't have. There's no team with. Besides the Dodgers, who have pitching, hitting, and bullpen, and even the Dodgers sometimes struggle in the bullpen. So you can't have it all.
Padres have that too, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. I'm forgetting some teams, but I'm just saying it doesn't happen all the time. So not every team has everything you need, but starting pitching is obviously very important.
Yeah, I think they're going to be sellers. I still think they're going to be sellers, and I'm not going to move off that. When you've got 3 big names that have been such a huge part of your core in Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez that are going to be free agents at the end of the year, and those aren't the only guys. I think Kimbrell's a free agent at the end of the year, and some other dudes as well. I think they're going to have some tough decisions to make. I've told you this countless times. I think it's one of the many, many reasons that Theo stepped away. Jed Hoyer knew that he was going to be, putting his hand on a hot stove here, that he was going to have to deal with that and maybe be the guy that broke the legendary Cubs apart. So I still think it's going to happen. I think it's great that they're playing well. We'll see. They start a series. I think they take on the Cincinnati Reds this weekend. I'm pretty sure that's who they're facing.
I hope they make it the hardest decision of his life. I hope they're sitting there like 4 or 5 games up on everybody, and then he has to really, really think about it.
Yeah. Hey, like them or not, they're one of the handful of teams up there, along with the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Dodgers, where the sport is better when they're in contention than when they're not.
I agree. And they were hilarious yesterday when they were laughing at that play.
Oh, my God.
Those reactions were priceless.
Unbelievable. Like doubled over the railing. Funny. Yeah. There was so much shit that happened on that play. It was unreal. Okay, Shohei Ohtani was scratched last night. Don't worry. Not because it was a health scare against the A's. It was because he couldn't make it to the ballpark on time. Angels bus apparently hit some sort of accident on the Bay Bridge. So that meant they tried to take the BART rail system. That had some sort of malfunction, so he didn't get there in time. If you were a fan that just specifically purchased a ticket to go watch Shohei Ohtani pitch that night, are you going back up to the ticket office today and say, hey, I want a free ticket today?
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that, but I'd try, I guess.
Hell yes.
If you want to see Ohtani pitch, then you want to see Ohtani pitch. And that's a very unfortunate for people who did show up. And a bunch of them did to see him pitch last night. But to no fault of his own, you can't really blame him. You can't really blame anybody. The Bay Area is tough to get around in, Chris. I rode in the BART before. We used to have to do when I played in Oakland. I would take it literally from my house on day games because the traffic was too bad. So, it's an unfortunate circumstance, and I hope they do something like that because there's no way they're not selling out right now. So if you had a ticket for last night, maybe they do something for you.
I would discount it. If I'm the A's today, I would. You have to understand where we are in this game. And there are people like my oldest son, who lives in San Diego now. The Indians were in town, I don't know, a week or 2 ago. Bought tickets specifically to watch Ohtani pitch against the Indians. I had to call him like 48 hours in advance. I was like, dude, the Angels just shifted his day from Tuesday to Wednesday. And he's like, God damn it, Dad. I was like, yeah, kind of sucks, bro. He's like, well, I want to go Wednesday. I was like, well, then you're going to have to pay your own way Wednesday because Pop ain't dishing that out, bro. Let's go. Let's go. So he actually went on Tuesday and had a fun time. He wanted to see Ohtani pitch. He ended up watching him hit a home run, and he FaceTimed me afterward. He's like, he's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I was like, yeah. And the Indians won, so it was all worth it. And I didn't have to pay for 2 tickets.
I think Oakland will probably do something.
Be smart.
They're good with that, and I think
Really
even
smart.
when I was there, they gave away free tickets at
Yeah.
some point. So they want people in the ballpark. They want the concession sales, all that stuff. So Oakland, let's go, baby.
And they've got a great marketing department. They really do.
Yeah.
Like people are like, what? No, they really do. And they always used to send me great bobbleheads, like this Raleigh Fingers one. Look at this one. That's awesome. It's a good legendary one. All right. Yankees ended up splitting a doubleheader, then flew to Detroit, where they're going to take on the Tigers today. Garrett Cole, Casey Mize, a pair of former #1 overall picks. Do you think that Mize, who has pitched very well this month, has the ability to go one-on-one with Garrett Cole and match up?
I mean, maybe any given day, right?
Don't give it.
I'm just saying, like, he could, but no.
No?
Like, I'm not – look, he's obviously got the stuff, but we're talking Garrett Cole versus the Tigers, Casey Mize versus the Yankees lineup. If I'm going to have to pick who's going to have a better night, I'm going to go Garrett Cole all day long. That's not to take anything away from Casey. I just think the lineups are much different. Much different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Here's the thing. So the Tigers are trying to find – they brought up a lot of their young pitching. You know, we've heard for years, like the Tigers farm system, it's on its way. This is the crown jewel of it, right? He's pitched very well in May, 4 starts, an ERA of under 2. The thing that's really interesting to me, he's not a strikeout guy. At least he hasn't been so far. And the thing with Garrett Cole is he's number 3 in the show in strikeouts. So, yeah, you're not going to get a guy who's going to have 12 strikeouts versus a guy who's going to get 10 strikeouts. I would be shocked if Casey Mize got to that number. So I don't know. Is he going to turn into a trick-em pitcher? Is that what I'm smelling?
I mean, he could. I hope that he doesn't. You know, you got to miss bats in this game if you want to be successful. If you want to get out of jams, you can't be having people on base every inning. And if you do have people on base, you have to have the ability to strike people out. I mean, I'm looking at his page right now. Like he's got 7, 6 in his last 2 starts. Like he can do it. But if you're asking me if he's going to go toe to toe with Cole, like no.
Okay, but it's
Garrett
fun.
Cole's Garrett Cole, man.
I'm with you, but I just think it's fun, right? I mean, it's fun because it's 2 former #1 overall picks, and we don't get that often in the game. I think it's just neat.
I like that.
All right, last one. Speaking of the Yankees, they had to deal with Alek Manoah making his major league debut yesterday. 6 shutout innings in Game 1, 7 strikeouts, couple walks, a couple knocks. His mom, Susanna, though, stole the show in the crowd where she was all teary-eyed. And I tweeted out, I got to tell you, I love seeing this every time that when a kid makes his major league debut, the parents and the journey is out there for us all to see. Did you get the feels the way that I did?
Yeah, it was awesome. He had a bunch of family there. So his mom, I don't know if that was his sister or girlfriend, whatever. Sister, yeah. It was awesome to watch. And then watching him throw was impressive. Like he's got a little herky-jerky thing. He made Aaron Judge look absolutely silly on a fastball. That was
dude. He swung when the ball was literally in the catcher's mitt.
Yeah, so he's got some funk. He threw some like cutters. He was blowing dudes away with his 4-seamer, a good slider. Like he, you know, he was very impressive. And the thing we talked about the Blue Jays all offseason was like, we know they're going to score runs. We love their lineup. Are a couple of these young pitchers going to step up? We thought it was going to be Nate Pearson. That hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But, you know, they got Ryu to shore up things. Ray's been pretty damn good. And then you throw in a guy like this. If he's as good as advertised, he's a top prospect, comes up and does this in Yankee Stadium first start. If he can be a guy,
yeah,
look out. The Blue Jays are going to be good. And then now the AL East is even more of a freaking mess. So yeah. I'm rooting for this, Chris.
So I love the Jays and their youthful energy, and I love what this guy brought to the mound. But yesterday I was truly immersed in this story, right? The family is full of Yankees fans. He gets to make his MLB debut in the boogie down. And then Mom was unreal. Like, she was crying while he was just facing his first batter. And then when he struck out Rougned Odor for the first strikeout, you could actually hear her on the broadcast. And I was listening to the Yankees side of things, and Michael Kay was like, this is awesome. I thought the Yankees broadcast did a really nice job with telling the Blue Jays side of things, you know, because it would be easy to kind of gloss over, but I think they realized and embraced the special moment. So I want to shout out Yes Network. And Susanna, like, after the first strikeout, she kissed her husband, hugged her daughter, and then she started like looking around like Jim Valvano after NC State won it all in '83, looking for somebody to hug. And I just thought it was fantastic. It was a great story. And what he said afterward, he talked to Hazel May afterward, and she said, well, why does your mom mean so much to you? And he said, listen, my mom sacrificed everything. There were nights where she wouldn't eat so that we could have enough to eat. And when you hear stories like that, like it stops you for a second and realizes the sacrifices that some people make for their kids to have this journey.
Absolutely. And I get teary-eyed when my kids say, like, please and thank you. So I can only if I see my son, in Yankee Stadium carving up the Yankees, I'd break down and cry. Very proud moment for his parents, and just like you gotta love. They're never gonna get old, Chris. So every time that happens, I want to talk about it on our live show.
All right. So happy Friday. What do you have going with John Boy Media?
You know what we got going because you're stepping in for Talking Baseball series recaps. I'm excited for that. And that's it, man. They got a nice little weekend planned. What do you got?
Well, actually, before I do Talking Baseball, I've got a Rose Rotation podcast to take with Trevor May. A lot to cover with him. He's got a great new vlog out. Check it out on Trevor May's baseball channel. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really good. And we're having his former Twins teammate, Rich Hill, the oldest pitcher in baseball. Very funny guy. We're going to talk to him about a bunch of stuff, including his propensity to swear on the mound.
Oh.
He's got potty mouth.
Okay.
He's got potty mouth.
I'm looking forward to that one. I love Trevor May. So
I'll be running into our room on Talking Baseball because I'll just be wrapping up the Rose Rotation and then ready for a good holiday weekend, dude. It's going to be fun.
Hey, be ready. It's live, man. We're going to get crazy on there.
I know. It's good. By the way, you did something with your hair. Did you get it cut? It looks a little – oh, okay.
I was waiting for you to ask. Thank you. Look at that.
That is tight on the sides.
Oh, it's high and tight. She started doing it, Chris, and I was like, hey, no turning back now. Let's go.
Yeah. Everybody wants to know where my hat is. I actually showered before I did all this today. No need for a hat, although I think probably most people would like to see me in a hat. I just didn't want to wear one for 2 podcasts. So there you go. All right, listen, thanks for tuning into our Instagram live show. If you miss it on a given day, don't worry about it. It's always on our JM Baseball Media channel. So go check it out. And quick reminder, dugoutmugs.com, keyword Rose. Go save money, get Pops an early Father's Day gift. Have a good, safe holiday weekend. Are we back here on Monday? Are we working a holiday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, man.
They're playing baseball. We are here.
Monday through Friday. Let's go.
We'll be back at our regularly scheduled time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. Everybody have a good, safe weekend. We will see you here on John Boy Media. Peace.
See you, Chris.